The Pacers shocked the world and win game one. They win game one of the NBA Finals, y'all. They shocked the world by getting this dub. And I'm gonna keep it on. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The Thunder, listen, the Thunder should have been up way more throughout this game. For them to only be up by like an average of like 10 points throughout the game. That's like the average. They was up by 10 points throughout the game, throughout the whole entire game. They should have been up by 20 something or 30 points. Because that first half turned the ball over 18 times. And somehow they win. I said they keep it close. They have a chance to win because Tyrese Halliburton is clutch. When it counts the most, that man is clutch. I can't believe the Pacers shocked the world and win game one of the NBA Finals against the Thunder. I cannot believe it. By the way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I cover the Philadelphia 76ers. I cover the Philadelphia Phillies. I cover the NBA playoffs. This is crazy. This is crazy. Listen, the Thunder are, listen, and I'm going to tell you exactly, right? I want to say this real quick. 18 turnovers at halftime. And they were only down. The Pacers I'm talking about. What's going on, my guy? Yo, man, this is crazy. 18 turnovers at halftime. And the Thunder were only up by 12 points. By the way, everybody make sure you hit that like button. Double tap this screen. Hit that like button if you haven't already. They were only up by 12 points. OKC had 11 steals at halftime. But listen, they were only up by 12 points. They did not capitalize, and I'm going to tell you why. The Pacers defense was so elite. The Pacers defense was on another level. And they kept them in the game even though their offense struggled. And I said, if someone else can score besides Siakam, Obi Toppin, I got to give him credit, bro. Obi Toppin was making threes throughout the game. He did have a couple of turnovers early that really hurt the team. But that man, Obi Toppin, scored. He had 5 threes, 5 of 8 from 3. Absolutely amazing, right? Tyrese Halliburton made that clutch 3. That was absolutely amazing. I'm going to just, the game winner, you know what I mean? To make it 111 to 110. SJ missed the on the other end, and then my guy Tyrese Halliburton scored on the other end. He struggled the whole game, but he didn't struggle when it counted the most. That man did not struggle. Siakam did his thing with 19 points, but let me say this, man. The Thunder just did not have nobody else really step up throughout the game, bro. This should have been a blowout. The Thunder should have won this game. They should have won this game. Not taking no credit away from the Pacers. Not taking no credit away from the Pacers. They earned the dub. But when you turn the ball over 18 times at halftime, and you still mess around, and you're only down by 12, and you like, come on. Throughout the game, right? They turned the ball over. Let's see what the final total. 24 times. At halftime, it was 18, so then they only took the ball over a few more times. So they got it together pretty much. But my goodness, SGA cannot do it by himself. Jalen Williams was not in his bag today. He was 6 of 19. Holmgren did not. He was a non-factor offensively. Defensively, he was pretty darn good. I will admit to that. 2 of 9 from the field, not good enough. Dirt was pretty good. 5 of 9 from 3. I will admit he was amazing. Carson Wallace was a non-factor as well. Alex Caruso had 11 points off the bench. But what it really comes down to is Jalen Williams did not have a good outing. He has to average 20-something points a game for the Thunder to win the series. How are you only down by 12 points and you turned the ball over 18 times at halftime? How? And the Pacers they shocked the world, man. This is crazy. I was not expecting this. Pacers in 4. I said it was going to happen. Glad those frauds lost, man. Yeah, they frauded. They definitely lost this in the fourth quarter. I know the Pacers went on a crazy run. What was it, like 14-2 run or something crazy like that in the last few minutes? It was going back and forth, but man, Obi Toppin with a lot of clutch threes. Miles Turner at the end was making some clutch threes and making some clutch middies. Miles Turner had a great game, especially at the end. Where was it? What is it? Miles Turner, 15 points. He had 9 rebounds, 3 blocks. He did have 6 turnovers, but Miles Turner did his thing, man. Miles Turner did his thing. But this is just so crazy, man. This is why you can't count the Pacers out. The Thunder looked like everybody was on cruise control besides SGA and Alex Caruso. Who else? Alex Caruso. Jalen Williams was on cruise control for a minute. Dirk was solid. He's not really a big time scorer, but he hit 5 threes. Everybody else just struggled, man. Holmgren, where was you at all game, bro? Where was you at all game, bro? Like, this is the win that the Pacers needed to get. Yeah, Holly did his thing. Everybody in the building, can I get 10 likes? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I am a Sixer fan from Pennsylvania. I cover the Sixers, I cover the Phillies, I cover the NBA playoffs, I cover the Philadelphia MLB playoffs, and I will be doing some boxing as well. So if you haven't already, if you're enjoying the vibes, make sure you double tap the screen, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. But man, what a game. 111-110 final score. This is just absolutely unbelievable. But like, the Thunder just did not do anything in the fourth quarter, man. And I said it. I said, look, man, if the Pacers could just get a couple of players to just help out, they could go on a run. And that's what they did. The Thunder was on cruise control besides SGA. And this is why they lost this game. And that for everybody that said it's going to be a sweep, it's not happening now. Hey, listen, it ain't happening now. This might be a series that's going to possibly go 7 games. I can see this series going 7 games. Or it can go 6 games either way. But this was the game that the Pacers needed to steal. Now, game 2, all the pressure's on OKC. I wouldn't be surprised if OKC blows out the Pacers in game 2. Wouldn't be surprised. But they did their job and got one of the first 2 games. Now, if the Pacers somehow win game 2, this series is over. If the Pacers win both games in OKC, this series is going to be over in 5 or 6 games, bro. Because they snatched their heart away. This was the game that the Thunder should have won when the Pacers turned the ball over. I can't get over it. 18 times at halftime, y'all. 18 times at halftime. Crazy. It's crazy work, man. Crazy work. I don't understand how they could lose this game. But I do understand at the same time. Yeah, that fourth quarter was amazing. The Pacers definitely earned this dub. And Pacers got a lot more respect, man. All this underdog stuff. Yeah, they might be the so-called underdog, but they're not playing like that in the fourth quarter. They play like they deserve. They like they belong. And they definitely belong next to the Thunder in the finals. And if the Eastern Conference takes the finals again, yeah, the Wild Wild West might be good throughout. But when it comes to the final teams, the East always got the best team. The Celtics beat the brakes off of the Mavericks last year. And I'm not saying this series is over because this can still go 7 games. But they better win game 2. That's all I got to say. They better win game 2. For real. What's going on? Hey, man, listen, bro. I don't know what the heck the Thunder, like, listen. Jalen Williams, I feel like, let the team down, bro. Holmgren did not ball. It's a dang old shame. They're lucky that Dirk had 15 points. They're lucky Alex Caruso off the bench had 11 points. And SGA had 38 points. My whole thing is this. Holmgren, 2 of 9 from the field. Jalen Williams, 6 of 19 from the field. That is not good enough. And I'm not surprised that Tyrese Haliburton made the game winner. I'm not. At this point, no one can be surprised. And yes, you can say what you want. He ain't a superstar. He an all-star, whatever you want to call him. If he ain't a superstar, he's very close to being one. When it counts, I got more confident in him than any player in the playoffs right now when it counts the most. And the thing about Tyrese Haliburton is he didn't let struggling throughout the whole game get him down to the point where he didn't want to take the last shot. He took that last shot with confidence, y'all. That's the scary part about it. This man was not good all game. But he said, I don't care. He said, I don't care. And he did what he had to do to get the dub. Pacers, man. The Pacers did a good job. All the Pacers fans, congratulations, man. You earned this dub. The Thunder did not play good in the last couple of minutes. SGA cannot do it by himself, and I know people are going to say they have so many players. It don't matter. Because at the end of the day, they all struggled. They all struggled. SGA was the only one that was the consistent bucket throughout the game. If you watch this whole game, like I did every second of this game, SGA was the only consistent player. And I said if the Pacers could just keep it close, they could win the game. And somebody else in the Pacers got to do what they got to do. And Miles Turner was that guy. Miles Turner hit that three, hit that three off the backboard, hit the midi. I mean, my goodness, the winner of game 1 in the NBA Finals has a 66% chance of winning the championship. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out OKC on when it comes to their second best player. Is he going to show up? If he ain't going to show up, the Pacers can mess around and get this series, man. It can happen. This series is not over. I don't want people thinking that this series is over. The Pacers needed to get one of these first 2 games to have a chance. The Thunder is a very good team. And maybe they needed to lose to wake up. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Nobody on the Thunder can score consistently besides SGA. That's their kryptonite. You stop everybody else. Let SGA get his points. Stop everybody else. And guess what the final results is? A win for the Pacers. The Pacers were clutch. The Pacers were clutch when it counted the most. Can I get 20 likes on the stream? Make sure y'all double tap and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I covered the NBA playoffs. I cover the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm a Sixer fan. I'm a Phillies fan, cover the Phillies. And I also will be covering a little bit of boxing. If you like good vibes, consider subscribing. Yeah. Go Pacers, Sarah says. If someone gets hot on the Pacers, it could be over. If OKC loses, they will be one of the biggest frauds in NBA history. Man, if they lose this series, they got some questions, bro. I got some questions, Sarah. Listen, you definitely right. Don't sleep on the Pacers. Yeah, you can't sleep on the Pacers after this win. But it's the way they won. They struggled all game, and they still somehow was victorious at the end of the game. It's the way they won. They struggled. They turned the ball over so many times, mainly in that first half. And somehow, some way, they won. Tyrese Haliburton is something different. He's a special player. But that's all I really got to say, y'all, man. This is a crazy, crazy game. But well-deserved win for the Pacers. And now the Thunder are put on notice. You lost at home the first game. You was consistently up by 10 points. The Pacers had 18 turnovers in the first half. The Thunder should have been up by 20. And they couldn't get up by 20. Not one point in this game they were up by 20. With all the turnovers. Bricking from chicken. From the field. A lot of them. The only person that can get a consistent basket was SGA. Jalen Williams struggled. The list goes on. But that's all I got to say, y'all. Have a wonderful day. And as always, God bless and good night. Peace out, y'all.